Hey there, part 2 of the Dragon Quest collab is here. Let's take a look at it. Starting with Partitio EX. Partitio is very easy to understand. Like most Dragon Quest characters, he has a huge damage cap. But while he was mostly a single hit nuker, he got a buff turning his 6 hit into a 10 hit, so now he is good. Besides that, he also can fully self-buff if needed. Let's look at his passives. Partitio has a unique status effect, which improves some of his skills, but besides that, it also provides a number of useful buffs, and while it doesn't have a duration, which is extremely good, some skills remove it. Partitio also gets buffs on spending BP. Like with previous units, Soul Sigil is good for synergy between Dragon Quest units. Partitio has quite huge crits, so Soul Sigil is quite important for him. Other than that, you should give him all the crit stat you can. A rare case when this stat is useful. Let's get a look at his self-buff skills. He can give himself all the relevant buffs: attack and crit, dagger damage and potency. Of course, it's a slow method, so using Tiziano is preferable. Maybe just grab the damage cap. Besides that, he has a self-ult buff, which also provides a guaranteed crit, which used to be a useful buff for Partitio. Used to because after the buff Partitio got other sources of it. Let's see his attack skills. A single hit nuke is very strong and has a huge damage cap buff. After the update it should get even better. But for now his 10 hit is a much better option. As you can see, it has guaranteed crit, which makes the ult less important. All in all, Partitio is a solid DPS unit. He doesn't bring anything new to the table though, so no harm in skipping him. Now, Signa EX. Signa is more akin to Viola EX, in a sense that she has a huge damage cap and relies on strong single hits. She has a small 6 hit, but it has abysmal potency, so it's not good for damage. Other than that, Signa does basically nothing but DPS, which is sad. Partitio, for example, does have small debuffs. Signa has a gimmick, which turns her regular attack into a damage button. It also always reduces 2 shields. But I think there's little reason to use it, because Signa just has much better skills for damage. Signa also has a unique buff, Determination, which is quite easy to get and gives her damage cap and more weakness coverage. Other than that, she has a standard deal of give me all the passive buffs. The best attack skill is the EX skill. It has huge potency, huge damage cap and a double cast, which is perfect for Signa. It even has 2 uses, so if you can solve the boss in one break, that's all you need. But in case you need one more damage skill, half her skills are one-hit nukes with various tweaks. Pick what you like. For actual shield shaving though, this 6 hit is the best. The ult is pretty useful for Signa as well, giving more damage cap. The increased buff cap is great too of course, but it's hard to see her not hitting the cap. And the cherry on top, potency buff. For now Signa is not too impressive, because one-hit nukes are always behind multi-hit skills. But I'll remind you once again about the coming TP2 buffs, which would triple all her damage cap buffs, provided her nuke is strong enough. If you want to see that, grab her, otherwise it's safe to skip her. Therese EX. She didn't get buffed, and it's a big shame, because she is even more of a train wreck than Therese EX is. Therese can do a bunch of stuff, but she is best at healing and giving some damage cap, even though she tries to do much more. Her big skill to the left gives big buffs to targets at full HP, and all is good until you see what Saint's Swords do. They buff potency by a measly 25%. Let me know if you know a situation where that would be useful. She also gives ult charge. This is actually a great passive, but on a bad character. So as you've seen, we want our team to always stay at max HP to receive buffs. This heal does just that. It even provides some HP barrier, which makes the task easier. The offensive skills work the opposite way. They want the enemies to be below 30% HP to provide all the buffs. This won't work. Let's inspect the skill I've displayed here. By default it debuffs physical defense and resistance. Good? Good. Below 60% it adds elemental debuffs. So that means we are not taking elemental teams into the fights. Unless it's some elite tower mega boss where you need to use several teams to beat it. But these are easy nowadays and the devs aren't adding any new. Below 30% there is the laughable stuff Winters debuff, which at least basically nobody needs, but if I did need it I'd be pissed. And such is the trend for all Therese's offensive skills. And it is really stupid, because in COTC such skills in this state have no relevancy. You apply the debuff on the enemy when it's at full HP, and you want to be at max power at all times. Or I at least can see a situation where you shave the 60% of the boss at say 75% of efficiency, but then when you reach the 30% HP threshold, you get a massive boost and get to 200% efficiency. That would be great. But in Therese's case, you start at like 25% and finish at 75%. Because who the hell would use a 4-hit nuke seriously? Can anyone give me a use case for this skill? And last surprise, Kamikaze skill. Sure, I guess it's okay in a pinch. All in all, Therese EX is such a disaster I have no words. I don't get how Partitio was buffed and Therese wasn't. Hopefully one day she'll get her justice. Until then, thanks for watching.